Hi everyone, this is Papa Zero here once again on Windows 95, and today we're continuing our journey. What's happening here? Well, we got a few levels, made some progression on Act 1 journey. I got the Steelskin skill gem that gives me defensive buff temporarily, being wasted right now since there are no enemies nearby. But hey, it's how I want to play, inefficient and lazy. I also placed it on my left mouse button and made it so it casts as I walk for extra laziness, and when the cooldown is done so, it will repeat, meaning that 99% of the time it won't do anything for me. But this is what I'm talking about. You gotta play the way you wanna play. Have fun, experiment, try out different things. Who cares if your Aunt Margaret is talking smack about you behind your back at the Christmas parties, claiming you don't know how to play Path of Exile? Well, I ain't laughing at her jokes. I mean, the one about the cormorant in a clown suit, it was pretty good. Haha, but that's where my laughter ends. I also got the Ancestral Protector totem. The totem provides buff to us in a form of attack speed, but it also crushes its enemies in its stationary path. It smashes them good like, if they are in its 2 centimeter radius. It also says things like itty bitty baby, itty bitty boat, Habibit, and Twinkle House. Now, no matter where you go, you will run into normal monsters, magic monsters, rare monsters, and unique monsters. Akin to item rarity, the rarer it is, the less frequent you'll see it, like I mentioned in previous video. Some unique monsters are unavoidable and must be killed to progress through the campaign, such as Brutus. My Molten Strike right now is only linked to Chance to Bleed support gem, so with only one mediocre support gem, we do very little damage. Luckily, we got a ton of life, and the claws we have equipped give us life gained on hit, a very nice implicit. So Brutus shall not defeat us, I hope. May your skills provide you better and faster outcome than mine did. Also, since you followed my beautiful tip, you done did the side quest and got yourself at least one Quicksilver Flask, which gives us and you some movement speed. I got a second one from a random monster drop. Nice. Alright, running out of mana mid-fight. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I could use a town portal to go back to town and replenish my flasks, but I'm too lazy, so here we go. If you don't have that much life, avoid this guy's attacks, cause they hurt a lot. Yeah. My gear is as follows. Oh yeah, I found a unique amulet, so I'm using it. It's nothing special, just a bit of life. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sell it very soon to a vendor. But yeah, portal scroll can be used to go back to town. So instead of waiting to find a waypoint at certain locations that are predetermined in the campaign, you can go back to town whenever you want with the scrolls. Yeah, the town portal is your oyster, if you will. It shall be so. If you portal it, they will come. Yeah, all those good sayings apply here. Moving on. Here is the Steelskin gem and how you can make it, or any skill, and I quote, always attack without moving, end quote. It's a bit weirdly worded, but basically any skill you apply it to now casts wherever you stand, as opposed to you going to a destination you pointed at with your mouse and then casting it. The left mouse button trick where you cast something and are still able to move only works with instant skills, so just make a note of that. All other skills you will just stand in place and cast the skill over and over without moving, looking like a patootie. So pay attention to them gem tags, which are located right below the gem name when you hover over the gem. Oh yeah, here's the Ancestral Protector description. Now, throughout the campaign, you'll run into a bunch of different strange things like shrines or essence monsters, as you can see here. Those are previous league mechanics. If I was you, I'd experiment. Shrines give you mediocre buffs that last for short duration, and things like essence monsters give you essences to craft your items. Click on them like 3 times, to be exact, for the essence monster, to unleash them, to fight them. If you're strong enough to try out the different league mechanics, try them. If not, skip them and keep grinding levels and skill gem levels till you're strong enough to do said mechanics. Again, this is campaign. You ain't gotta be showered with gold bars, diamonds, or anything of much value. Also, in certain areas, the quest log screen thingy, default button U, will tell you to solve a trial. I will talk about the Lord's Labyrinth, Aspirants, Plaza, Lab thingy in another video, but again, experiment. If you're able to do the trials, which are typically maze-ish trap-like areas, which require you to click a stone tablet, then do them. If not, come back later, when you are stronger. Just make a note of where they are, but again, don't worry too much about them right now. I will cover them in next video. Not important, okay? Focus on your health. Focus on yourself and your character. Alright, so we're level 13, and I just got to the last-ish, keyword, dungeon area before the Act 1 boss. I got some new gears. I was lucky enough to find Ancestral Call. Heck yeah, that's a nice support gem for melee strike skills, which basically lets me attack more monsters at a time. It doesn't increase our damage. And I found 2 3-links, so I'm gonna use one 3-link for my Molten Strike and my other 3-link for my Ancestral Totem so he can do more damage to my foes which done wrong by me. They attacked me unprovoked in my sleep and stole a nice watch that my grandfather gave me. Yeah, not cool. Ooh, Tark Knight, thank you, sir. More free gems? I'ma grab the Leap Slam and use it as a movement skill. What do you got for me, Bestel? Oh, finally something nice. Thank you, a free skill point. Last but not least, Nessa, let's go. Oh, more free gems. Thank you, thank you. Wow, look at that, more skill gems. Like I said in my previous video, if you ain't got the gem in your stash or inventory, I want you to save up and buy each and every one of them. And try them out. Experiment. I'm actually gonna buy Added Fire Gem and Ruthless since I sold mine a few minutes ago, and link them to my totem to buff him. I will also buy Vitality Aura Gem, which is an aura that is passive as long as you got it equipped. And you click it once. You got it. You can forget about it unless you die and then you have to reactivate it again. Also Frostblink Gem, since it's also good for traveling, except for its cooldown. If you hold down Control, you can keep buying more things. I like to put my aura gems on this second set of key buttons, shortcut name insert here. While still holding Control, I'ma click Q to activate it. And you can see it's activated. What does it do, you ask? It gives us a tiny bit of life regen. As it levels, it provides a little bit more. I just like it in the beginning because it's kind of useful. You may have access to other auras. Get them, take them, try them, use them. Note that they reserve mana, so you are limited on how many you can have active. Each one is different, so read these descriptions. Okay, off to Merveil. She does cold damage, so have cold resistances up if you can. If you got 2 sapphire rings on, you should be solid. Okay, and we reached her lair, yeah, that's what it says. She is the Act 1 unavoidable boss that we have to kill in order to progress to the next act. The Ancestral Call support gem makes it so I can attack more monsters, like I said before, but I do less damage to a single target, so I'm actually gonna take it off. And of course, I'm running out of mana halfway through the fight once again. This is awesome. As you can see, killing enemies or leveling replenishes flasks. Also going to town, so if need be, portal out halfway through the fight. And as I mentioned before already, there is quite a bit of stuff on the screen, and it's sort of hard to see what's going on. But basically every quarter life you take from her face, she teleports around, so you have to keep chasing her down. One thing I didn't mention yet is that for bow skill gems and melee skill gems, the weapon you wield, the affixes, like increased physical damage or added elemental damage, those damage boosted modifiers directly impact the damage of your skills. However, there are quite a few skill gems that are considered spells that have a tag to prove it. These spell gems' spell damage are increased by spell damage or flat damage that specifically says to spells. So if perhaps the fireball I was playing around with in my previous video for a second caught your eye, and you are using it, any damage on your weapon that doesn't say spell damage or fire damage or added damage to spells is basically a local damage that is added to the weapon, so it doesn't add any damage to your spells. So if you're a wizard of sorts, you should be looking for wands or staves, not melee weapons. It's gonna make it a lot easier. Hopefully I didn't confuse you, but if I did, all you have to do is check the character offense tab and click on the skill and see if your damage increases or not when you equip something. Oh, and when you level your skill or support gems, they will require more attribute stats. So keep an eye on where you can get some more, from items or passive tree, yeah. Wow, now that she is dead, we can keep going. I'll be putting my Ancestral Call support back into my setup. Oh, I should probably mention Energy Shield, the light bluish thing that is hugging our life pool. Some items will give that to ya, and you can increase it via passive tree, but basically it acts as a barrier for our life pool. It can be good, but it also takes a while for it to recharge after it depletes when you take damage. So just don't worry about it for now. Think of a video game like Halo or Borderlands. Yeah, you got it. And after some time, we reach Act 2. Congratulations, guys. You done did it. Let's ID our sweet loot. The boots are great, but I need my socket colors and my lengths, so I'm gonna have to vendor these. I'm gonna go over the orbs and other stuff in another video, but just keep all of them that you find. Scraps, fragments, things that look like they could be orbs. I got a nice accumulation myself already. Oh, and keep upgrading your flasks as you progress. You'll find better ones, so use them and sell your old ones. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another beautiful video. Here is the Steelskin gem. It's a beat. Ooh, Tark Knight, thank you, sir. More free gems? I'ma grab the leap slab.